Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Geneforge, quite possibly, in fact probably for the final time, where we explore basically all the remaining major endings, hopefully without screwing up quite as much as last time, but, well, no promises there. However, unlike last time, I actually made myself a list of things that I want to do, and yeah, as you can see, I'm standing in front of Gutch here. In this reality, I have tricked Trashkov one more time, so he is dead, and that will allow me to explore one of the endings, which is to allow Gutch to harness the power of the Geneforge, and we'll see what kind of ruler he's going to become according to the game, I suppose. Also, I quickly want to summarize, I guess, for myself, mostly. What different outcomes there even are. So, like, there are, I want to say, from the way I understand it, there are basically 5 different outcomes, right? 5 if you count the coward running away from the island without solving anything, which we already explored. The other options are help Gutch achieve the power of the Geneforge and become his, second in command, basically. Help Trashkov and become his second in command. Help neither of them. And I guess you will always have to, in that case, you will have to kill Trashkov one way or the other. I guess killing Gutch is always optional, although in the end I will probably want to do that anyway on my winning run, just because. But yeah, help neither kill Trashkov and or Gutch. Oh, no, Trashkov and possibly also Gutch. And then use the Geneforge for yourself to make yourself powerful. Or deal with Trashkov and possibly Gutch and then destroy the Geneforge. So no one can ever use it. Right? And that is in addition to allying with any of the factions, which might alter the ending, which is definitely going to alter the ending in some way. Maybe not all endings. I guess for some it doesn't matter if you're allied with anyone. So yeah, there are a lot of different. What's the word? It's on the tip of my tongue. A lot of permutations, not mutations. Yeah, with all those different factors. And I guess, well, I can forgive myself for getting a little bit confused last time about all the different variables that come into play. However, we are here now. We don't have the real gloves, but we don't need them because Gutch is going to use them right now. Your wishes have been granted. Trashkov is dead at my hand. If it's of any importance to you, your trick worked. Quest has been completed. Thanks for the experience. Yes, it is done. Now I will reign supreme. Now the power of the Geneforge will be mine. Only one thing remains to be done. First, you must be gone. I will tolerate no threatening parties, no unpredictable forces. There is a dock at the east end of the island. It is northeast of Kask. Oh, I guess I'm not becoming his... Didn't he promise me to some sort of position of power in his new utopia? I thought so? Oh, well, I guess we'll see. There's a dock. There you will find a small boat. It is the last boat on the island. Use it and you can return to the mainland and civilization. Leave now, I command it. Wait too long and I will grow impatient and force your actions. Could you force my actions by, I don't know, teleporting me there? Because I kind of don't want to walk. You promised power to me if I slew Trashkov. Where's that portion of my reward? Yeah. Gutch laughs. I lied, fool. Really? Wow, okay. I actually thought he meant it, that he didn't consider me any kind of threat, and that he might, actually deign to throw me some kind of reward after I achieved victory for him. Well, in that case, I feel much less inclined to actually help him, and would much prefer to just slay him on the spot. But I do want to see that ending when I sail off the island and he somehow becomes some sort of shaper god, assuming he even succeeds with that. I guess we'll see. You lied. Fine. There is power here, and it will be mine. Your reward is escaping with your life. I have told you where the boat is. Actually, I can help you to escape. I suppose that is more reward. There are batons that can help you reach the exit docks. Yeah, thanks. Jerk. Okay. Fine. It's not going to take that long, obviously, since I can just fast travel straight to the docks, and the docks are even cleared, so no need to deal with any of the annoying obstacles there. So I guess it could be worse. Sure. Leave the island. You get onto the boat and release the rope, then you grab the oar and push off from the dock. It will be difficult to get the craft back to the terrestrian mainland, but you're confident you will be up to the task. You don't have sailing experience, but you should be able to figure something out, sure. Maybe you can make some small creations to row for you. There is no room on the small boat for your existing creations, so you depart alone. Oh, sorry guys, bye. I release you, have a nice life. The products of your skills wait behind on the docks, watching uncomprehendingly as you leave. I don't think we saw that message, maybe because I didn't have any creations with me as I left on that, when exploring the bad ending. So that's a neat touch that's actually even mentioned here. Soon Susha Island starts to recede in the distance. You have escaped. However, an uncertain and dangerous future lies ahead. Yeah, however, this better be different. This looks like the same. Where you came from, and tell them. When they find out what you've done, you come with them. Yeah, because I'm stupid and just let myself get caught. After a few weeks in the cell, interrogation begins. Show lies, several colonies, Geneforge. Unfortunately, there is still a shaper on Susha Island. Okay, his name is Gutch. He has the knowledge and equipment necessary to use the Geneforge. Now that Trashkov is dead, nothing stops him from reaching it. If the Shaper Council was quicker in reacting to the threat, things might have been different. As it is, they are completely unprepared when Gutch and his army of creations reaches the mainland. Alright. So he managed to not kill himself. Yet. The war is a long and bloody one. What chance you had to gain power and prominence fades away in days, as you are conscripted into the army and sent to fight Gutch. Nice. Surely he will remember me and show mercy, right? Huh. Yeah, right. The Shapers believe that one Shaper, a bunch of rebellious commons, and his creations can't be a deadly threat. They could not be more wrong. The combination of his training, his knowledge, and the raw power provided by the Geneforge make him devastatingly powerful. When you finally die years later, the war still rages. Battle after battle has scorched and diseased the countryside. And all you know for sure as you pass on is that the war will continue for longer still. Oh, hey, there. Back on Susha Island, the several villages struggle to continue as best they could. When the histories of these turbulent times are written, they mention a few details about the minor players in this great drama. In Vakiri, Elra saw his people's chance in the tumult caused by the Shaper Wars. Your people were too distracted by the carnage to punish the upstart awakened. Elra led his people to the mainland and out into the unsettled lands. There, the awakened founded New Vakiri and insisted on dealing with the Shapers as equals. That's awesome. I mean, that by no means guarantees that they're actually going to be successful or even, survive in the long run. But that's actually a surprisingly positive little thing I wasn't expecting at this point. They had things to offer the Shapers in their war. Elra's Tinkers had learned well the Shaper arts, and their combinations were a pleasing help to the Shapers during their struggles. The Awakened earned their independence through diplomacy. Okay, I guess I should have, once again, kept reading, because I didn't think there was going to be this much more to it. Huh. And hard work. Their life in the wilderness was a difficult one, but considering the alternative, they never looked back. When the wars began, Rydell realized that he could wait no longer. Though he knew that the Obeyers were supposed to wait on Susha Island, he also knew that his creators were in trouble and needed help. With great difficulty and a painful period of trial and error, the Obeyers built boats. They returned to the mainland, where they found a Shaper colony, explained the situation, and offered to help. The Shapers of the colony were thankful for the additional forces, and yet unnerved by the strangely independent nature of the forces. They didn't bother to inform anyone in authority of the arrival of the Obeyers. Instead, they put Rydell's serviles to work, and when they could, used them as frontline fighters in battles against attacking creations. In other words, they probably didn't last very long. By the time Rydell realized that his people were being ill-used, many of them had been sent away and many more had been killed. It made him very unhappy, but he believed deep in his heart that the will of the Shaper was best. Really. The Shapers. I don't know. And when the Shaper Wars began, Gnorrel saw her chance. In their hearts, The servals of Kazg lusted for war with the Shapers. They longed for revenge. With difficulty, they managed to return to the mainland. There, they looked for opportunity to do battle with Shaper forces. They recruited angry servals and commons by the thousands. A long guerrilla campaign began. There were years of great hardship for Gnorl and her people. The Shapers were distracted and weak, but still dangerous. Many of the takers died. They did not have the strength to make a real difference. Eventually, their grief and fatigue overcome by hatred. Their grief and fatigue overcame their hatred. They went out into the wilderness. Gnorl helped them form villages, plant crops, and start their lives over. Huh. Okay, so basically the remaining takers did become slightly angrier, grumpier, awakened. Huh. There they lived, blissfully forgotten for many, many years. Until... who knows? The finest flowering of the powerful arts of the Shapers took place on Susha Island, yet the Shapers could not control the power they created. I mean, one of them could. They tried to harness it, then they tried to hide it, then they tried to forget it, then it came back to haunt them. Amidst all the chaos, a Shaper named Threkazod quietly sailed back to Terrestia. Knowing Susha Island was barred, he saved himself a lot of trouble by not telling anyone he was there, being infinitely smarter than our protagonist. In his pack he had the vial of mysterious living red goo you gave him. That goo, a product of Susha Island's research, eventually ended up somewhere else. The results of this would not be known until much later. Eventually, the tumult caused by the rediscovery of the Geneforge died down. The original was destroyed, but its secrets and the potential were now known. Even after it was gone, people knew that it could be. Its story did not end. You cannot unring a bell. Okay, awesome. Reload. That was interesting. Now we kill the Sturk. We will have to deal with really only these two battle betas, level 13 and level 15 Tomato. A Tomato? Come on. Yeah, Gutch himself is still level 23, but I mean, he's killable for sure. And I guess we want to do that. I mean, the thing is, I said that in my winning run, so to speak, I wanted to fight Trashkov legitimately and not necessarily, have him die in such a horrible way. Although I really have no particular reason to sympathize with him. I mean, I guess he's ultimately not wrong in, as I elaborated on last time, that the changes he wants to make are just, sure. Maybe minus the fact that he should be the leader. But yeah, anyway, still it feels wrong for my great enemy, as it were, to just die to such trickery and so horribly. So yeah, I don't know. But then again, I already have this setup here where he is already dead, and I'm about to kill Gutch and get the actual gloves. I mean, then again, I never planned to actually destroy to actually use the Geneforge. Well, long story short, I'm going to do this. Okay, that does not bless them because they are only neutral. Right, so I tire off this banter. You must die now, by the way. There. Actually, hold on. Just to spite him even more, I'm going to do this. Talk to him. Tell him that I've killed Trashkov. And I guess I kind of want to attack him before he even revealed his treachery. It's fine. I lied. Well then, that was a mistake because I will kill you for it. What? You dare challenge me? Then die, fool! That's my line. You charmed my cockatrice. Good job. Terror resisted. Thankfully. Wait, one of us was terrified. Okay, well. I will mass restore then. And my cockatrice is going to use this thing, which hopefully will do things. Sorry, servals. Okay. Did we actually do anything? Well, I mean, we did not apply any effects. Oh well. I mean, I kind of want to kill these things because they're just going to kick us around, but there's not really a whole lot we can do, I guess. Hasted, very good. Very good. Okay, we will have you stand here. Do this. Good, as it did stick. Well, he kicked me, kicked him. Her, rather. That's okay. Yep, that's some damage. Oh, Gutch is very angry. Don't you see what you're doing? Yes, I'm killing you. You're making me waste my precious resources. These creations weren't finished yet, and now I have to decant them early because of you. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess he did have some extras. Some backup here. Yeah, right. There were those rats. Anyway, it's gonna be fine, I'm sure. He mutters a word of command, and the two canisters in the hall squeak open. You're inconveniencing the distant leader of the Shapers. I hope you feel bad about yourself. Only mildly. I'm sorry. Sorry, Tomato. No! You got to act again. And again? How many actions were that in a row? I feel like that's a little bit... That's slightly starting to cross into unfair territory, but, you know, it's okay. Only stunned one of them. I mean, the acid should probably still end up killing him. 44. Not a ton of damage. Thanks for missing. You took a lot of damage there? Oh yeah, I guess he's literally like taking multiple turns back to back. So he's also taking acid damage back to back. That being said, this is getting closer than I would have hoped for, but no acid. I want to try again. Please work. Okay, good. He's dead now. Good enough for me. Yep. Knock me around all you like. Well, I mean, dazing is kind of annoying though. He's dead. Finally. Thanks for the 30 experience. Gurch looks down at his chest. There is a spot of red there. Small at first, but rapidly expanding. I'm not sure. Well, I guess the acid probably just burned a hole into him, which is fine. No, he says in a quiet, lost voice. How? I had so much power. I was going to... He looks up at you. I was going to save you all. How could you refuse? And then he collapses to the stone floor, dead. Good riddance. Oh, hey, we're also being swarmed by all the creations patrolling the halls now, which is less than ideal. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna deal with it, I suppose. I would really like for some of this haste to kick in. That would be extremely helpful. Are these... What level are these? Okay, yeah, knock me back. Actually, this is perfect. I kind of want to be in that corner. Wait, I don't care about my level. I care about your level. 14? Really? Okay, I mean... That's fine. They have a 28% hit chance. Right. I should probably play it safe and heal myself. And I guess my best bet is just to keep using this spell. For good damage and a chance to stun. Most of their attacks are gonna miss, so unless I get quite unlucky, this should be alright. Again, I would not mind the occasional haste, thank you, like so. That was also really good damage. Stun resisted. Okay, yep. Oh, you're terrified. But this is actually fine. You guys get a lot of turns, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself again. And I'd like to... I mean, there's a pretty good chance to take out these drakes. They tend to deal more damage to me, so... Ah, no. But they're all stunned, so that's good. Get knocked around a little bit more. No haste. But the drakes are gone, so... GG. Why don't you... I don't know. What's the most damage? I guess this one is. Wait, that does get all three of them for some damage. And then I can do... Wait. Oh, nice. Okay, that did the job. Let's see. Gutch dropped a Shaper's Belt. Yeah, well, I don't know, we might even have seen that one before. Obviously, that's not what I did all of this for, though. I mean, the game's basically over. I doubt I'm gonna have to do any more fighting. Yeah, you know what? We're probably fine. Which means now I will proceed to... Actually, hold on. Oh. Okay, well, I was not far enough away to avoid damage from that. Also, as I was walking away, I was wondering if this was one of those mines that spawn enemies. Probably also should have healed myself, considering this guy is quite a bit stronger. But no problem, it's all good. Unless... okay, good. We're fine. Not close at all, what are you talking about? Right. Was that one of the greeters? No, actually there are just more creations patrolling. Oh. Well, fine then, I guess I'll deal with you, if I have to. Actually, do you have any... No, you don't have any magic resistance, so... Well, we'll see. This might kill you. It did. Okay. I forget why... Oh, wait. This opens, though. There are the Gamma Guardians. Right. Level 20. I mean, what I can do... is walk away, so I don't see any enemies, even though they're still just as close. I guess I'm gonna make myself just a few creations. Don't even need any names or anything. Sure. All the levels, acid spray, haste, fast recovery, because why not? I guess maybe a cockatrice, just for fun, because I barely got the chance to use it. I suppose there is going to be the Trash Cup fight, where we'll actually see Nira in action. So, I don't know. What would be more useful? Actually, being able to stun them somewhat reliably would be. So, there we go. You know, to the extent that we even need any kind of help at all. Sure, might as well. Hardiness. I mean, don't really need the terror or anything. There. 2 fully upgraded creations. Coming right up. Is there any reason for me to reload to before slaying Gutch? Not really. No, I guess I might as well override my quick save in that case. So, okay. Get knocked around a bit. Only a little bit, though. Quick action, huh? I missed you entirely. They're not really all that bad either, so... this is gonna be absolutely fine if I just have another one. I absolutely did not strictly need these creations either. I'm aware of that. And you do die from acid. Wonderful. Getting very close to leveling up. Let's see, I guess. Let's see here. Put these on just in case. Although I think these are too high level for me to diffuse. In which case, let's do this. Actually, yep. Okay, those summon something? Somewhere? Ah, right there. Not a big deal, actually. Explosions would be much worse. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten away in time anyway if it had exploded. Okay, that's a pretty hard hit. Heal myself and let them die. Nice, and now we pick up the actual gloves. There we go. We had seen this before, hadn't we? I think so. Take the gloves. Shaping gloves. Wonderful. Alright. And now that we actually have these, we are going to explore... Okay, is this still... Yeah, so far I'm still following my script here. Just making sure. Next up, obviously, use the Geneforge and see how that plays out. Oh, I guess there are still some more patrols. Yeah. Okay, well... Save the game. You stare into the swirling pool of the Geneforge. Except now I do have the shaping gloves. Put on the shaping gloves and plunge your hands into the goo. Why would I even do this? Why? You know, part of me is morbidly curious about how different this is. I mean, just lightly touching the surface without the gloves killed me just fine. How does plunging my hands in differ? The moment your hands enter the goo, it begins to fulfill its purpose. Shoots through your skin far, far faster than they were supposed to. You stare down at your body and watch it warp. Your bones snap, your skin bubbles and flakes, your internal organs jerk back and forth, change form, and then dissolve into liquid. It's horribly painful, of course, but at least you die soon. Huh. Okay, so just the same as before, except more gruesome. As expected. Okay, just because I can't help myself, I'm gonna do the same with the gloves. Even with the gloves on, the change is happening far too fast. Oh, it's horribly painful, of course. And because the gloves slow the reaction somewhat, your death takes quite a long time. Nice. So, is that maybe the worst ending? Well, at least the worst death, possibly. Alright, let's do the real thing, though. Put the shaping gloves on and lightly touch the surface. There. Proving that you can read. Oh, that's worth an achievement, finally. Taking the opportunity. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I guess this is kind of the big thing to do. And that was worth a surprising amount of experience. Or maybe not surprising, actually. The moment you touch the goo, it begins to fulfill its purpose. It fills the tiny conduits inside the gloves and is gradually introduced to your body. It seeks out the tiny instructions deep inside you and begins to rewrite them, one at a time. I mean, technically we don't really know what this is set to do with me. I mean, you'd think that you'd first have to program the Geneforge to, to perform a specific set of changes to the individual that's going to use it. But yeah, well, I guess we skipped that step. Skipped that step and just trust the programming, whatever programming might be present. Yeah, anyway, rewrite them one at a time. The heat slowly crawls through your body. Fortunately, the gloves control the process. They merge with the substance, drawing it up into tiny tubes so that only small bits of it contact you at any one time. You feel your parts my parts changing. All of my parts. First your arms, then your heart, then everywhere else. It is horribly painful, and it seems to take forever. In reality, it only takes 15 years. No. Every part of you is rewritten, and then, when it has had time to adjust, rewritten again. Why would you need to rewrite things multiple times? Just write the correct thing the first time around. Huh. At last it ends. You are changed, completely and utterly. You feel amazingly powerful. You have become a new class of person, far above and beyond the mere pitiful mortals you have left behind. Am I literally not mortal anymore? Well, I guess disabling the cellular aging mechanisms and literally making you non-aging would be a relatively minor change to make compared to everything else, compared to literal magic. So I guess I am probably no longer mortal. Still killable, presumably, but anyway. It is time to leave this island. It is finally time to return to your people and show them what you have become. Then you can decide what to do with them. Okay, thanks for leveling up. Obviously, that's very important now. There, increase essence mastery, because why not? More essence is always good. Okay, do we also... I still have a chance, an option to destroy it. Nah, we're gonna do that as its own thing, eventually. We did promise Elra to take control of the Geneforge and use the power to help their cause. Which of course we could do without ever talking to him again, but it still doesn't feel right. Wait, where? He's here. And this has been a long time since I last checked in with him. Or any of the servals. I've done what you suggested. I've used the Geneforge. Now that I'm powerful, what do you think I should do, serval? Well, this first, I guess? I can see that. I see you have changed. I hope you can control the power. I hope that it does not overwhelm your mind. Now that I'm powerful, what do you think I should do? The look in your eyes unnerves Elra. He thinks carefully, trying to decide what to say. I feel that your power should be used to help the world, and that you can't do that here. I think you should leave Susha Island. That seems wise. I would like to leave. Yeah, you presume to tell me what to do. I literally just asked him for advice, so come on. That seems wise. I would like to leave. Alright. Quest advanced, not completed. I can help you. I have learned that there is a boat. It is northeast of Kask, just north of the small mountain. You can use the craft to leave us. Thank you for visiting us, Shaper. Thank you for your wisdom. And now please leave, because you're kind of unnerving us. He backs away from you carefully. Yeah, that's literally what's going on. Okay. Bye. Huh. I guess I really didn't need to talk to him, although the quest was advanced, so if I hadn't done this, I guess maybe they would not have acknowledged that. Well, yeah, I guess the game most likely would not have acknowledged for me to, to even use my powers to help their cause, and would have just assumed that I would just use it selfishly or in some way, because obviously once the actual ending triggers, there's no way for me to give any more input and tell the game what my intentions are. So let's see. I mean, in a way, this would not be a terrible ending, except that I'm not comfortable with, having used the Geneforge. Also, if I were to do this, I would probably destroy the Geneforge before leaving, just so no one else can use its power as well. Until a new one is rebuilt, as the game implies is inevitable to eventually happen, since the secret has once been discovered. But at least, preventing anyone from doing it anytime soon. But oh well, I've decided that this is not my chosen ending, even though it's not a terrible one, probably. I guess we'll see how it actually plays out. So, we leave. 2 achievements. Return to Terestia and Bold Escape. Actually. Huh, with a good ending. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that none of the endings I've experienced, not the 2 endings, are considered good. In but a day you arrive at the coastal settlement of Porifra. There are a dozen shapers there, working to tame this wild coast populated with friendly fauna. Oh, they nervously greet you. They don't understand the power of the Geneforge radiating off of you. You tell them. Because why would I hide my power at this point? When they find out that you have come from a barred island infected with forbidden power, they are terrified. They humbly ask that you come with them to the regional capital, where you can answer for your actions. You generously agreed to the demands of these insects. Nice. Oh, this is new. When you are brought before the Shaper authorities in the capital, you tell them what happened to you. You tell them that you have uncovered terrible secrets, and that the Geneforge has given you great power. You tell them how you slew Trashkov, an outsider who tried to steal their secrets. Amazingly, they don't care. They treat you like you are mad. Your changed appearance and your obvious power scare them. They try to control you. You start to get angry. You tell them how any of them could have that power. Why would I do that? I guess this would be different if I hadn't actually destroyed the Geneforge. Dang it. Maybe I should have done that just to see how it would be different. I didn't consider that it would actually make a difference for the ending, though. Although it makes sense. Anyway, they don't want to listen. These little creatures recoil with horror when you tell them about the great treasure you left for them. Then they try to put shackles on you. You get angrier still. You feel the power rising within you as the insects try to control you. For a brief time, you try to simultaneously resist them and control the power. A tiny voice in your head tells you that this is wrong, that you must stop. Then the changes wrought by the Geneforge silence that voice forever. Forever. You spread your hands, and the power flows out. The small city is no match for your rage. It is rubble within minutes. You use their library to learn secrets and their essence pools to regain your strength. Then you create your army. You know the truth now. You know what will happen. You know they will never accept you, never accept your power. The fools, the small-minded ones, they will fear you. They will never let you have peace. But the world is young. There are many lands. You can rule the cities there, benefiting from your great wisdom. Those lands will flourish under your total control. With a wave of your hand, your army of fierce creations gathers. Then you set off down the road. Can I maybe make flying creations and use them to fly me where I want to go? I guess we'll walk. Or I guess more likely they're going to carry me, which is fine, I suppose. Just takes a bit longer. The Shaper Council soon hears of your deeds. Their small minds call you mad. They soon figure out where you were, what happened to you, and what your intentions are. They are very afraid. However, when they send envoys to Susha Island, they soon find that the source of your power is open to them too. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Their terror leads them to rash acts. Instead of one mad, incredibly powerful Shaper, there are several, all jealous of each other's power. Okay, I guess that small detail, whether to destroy the Geneforge or not, makes quite a bit of a difference. Which is cool. The Shapers soon remember why they barred Susha Island in the first place. They destroyed the Geneforge, but it is too late. The augmented Shapers run wild and create their armies. So basically we have like superheroes and super villains running amok in this world now. Nice. They wage war among themselves and against you. Ordinary Shapers, their creations, and the commons all run for safety, trying to escape the violence and madness that explodes among them. Rogues wander the countryside, scorching all they find with fire and acid. Fortunately, you survive the Great Wars. But cities are destroyed, multitudes die, war and chaos reign. The dark times last far beyond when the final user of the Geneforge finally dies. Oof. And the game considers this a good ending, huh? Well... Back on Susha Island, the various... also so much for actually, furthering the cause of the Awakened. Whoops. Back on Susha Island, the various silver villages struggle to continue. In Valkyrie, Elra saw his people's chance in the tumult. Led his people to the mainland, New Valkyrie. They had things to offer the Shapers in their war. But there was even more chaos going on than in the previous iteration, so... The Awakened earned their independence through diplomacy. Rydell, this seems to be the same. I mean, why would this be different? Yep. Even his heart. Ignore also a chance. Okay. Blissfully forgotten. For many years. The finest flowering of the powerful arts, blah blah. Could not control the power. Came back to haunt them in the shape of me. Amidst all the chaos, a Shaper named Trekazot. Yep, okay. Mysterious living red goo. Eventually, the tumult caused by the rediscovery of the Geneforge died down. The original was destroyed, but its secrets and the potential were now known. You cannot unring a bell. And that's that. Alright, okay. Wow. I kind of want to know... Actually, I can. Can't I? Where did I save? Save? Oh. Oh yeah, okay. This must be before using it? Alright, well in that case, I guess I'm actually going to see how differently the ending plays out when I do use the Geneforge and then destroy it. Or, would it even be different? I mean, obviously it's going to be different. The thing is, my original plan to just destroy the Geneforge without using it, I mean, I can already see that the game is not going to have things go the way I would like them to go. I'm still gonna, sail back and tell people about what I did, where I'm from and what I did. And obviously I'm still gonna be in jail for it, because my character's an idiot. But at the very least, no, there are not gonna be any, mad superhumans running amok, so I guess it's slightly better, except for me personally. It's just a shame that the game does not actually offer me an option to try and, if I can't reasonably reach some non-Shaper controlled lands, it might just not be possible to sail anywhere but to the mainland in this small boat, right? But at the very least, not to tell anyone, right? Because that's gonna lead to my certain doom. It's just that That's the one thing that I'm a little bit annoyed about. Oh well. For the time being, though, put on the gloves. Use the Geneforge. Yep. Level up. And now destroy it, if we can. Oh, we can. Great amounts of energy are being directed into the Geneforge. The power that feeds it is also able to protect it. Oh, the moment your weapon gets close to the basin, a jet of caustic chemicals squirts out and blasts... Oh, blasts you away. Alright, so all we need to do is... awkwardly run around. Insert the control rod. Fits in the hole perfectly. There is a hissing, grinding noise. The spiral goes dark. Then cracks appear up and down its surface. Okay, it's ruined. Right, I was wondering if deactivating it... What? Oh, that's the wrong spell. Yes. That's what I meant to do. I was wondering if just simply, deactivating them would just mean that anyone could come back and reactivate them. But, no. I'm just gonna do this then. Oh, I still get poisoned for it? Right. I see. Well, pathfinding is gonna be the death of me eventually. Yeah. Heal myself again. And now we can destroy it. Smash it. Achievement unlocked. Finishing what others started. Right. Unfortunately not for good, as the game has let me know. Well, also, this is a way to reach level 20 for what it's worth. Nice. It takes a number of heavy blows, but you manage. You manage to smash the edge of the pool. The goo inside begins to run out, spreading over the floor. It hisses where it touches the stone. This has the effect of throwing the rest of the substance out of balance. It was highly charged stuff and unstable. With much of it gone, the rest cannot live. As you watch, it dries up before your eyes, shrinking into dust. From this moment, nobody will ever use the Geneforge. Well, not this one. The genius of the researchers of Susha Island is gone, and their works have died with it. I really should make an effort to destroy all documents describing its exact function and construction, because otherwise destroying this one specimen, this one version of it, really doesn't do all that much. Well, their works have died with it. At last it is time to leave and return to your people. The danger is gone. You will be the only person to ever use the Geneforge. Right, I have used it, yeah. That's true. Well, sure, let's explore this. I'm gonna make a cut to the ending, I suppose. Okay, so we returned to the mainland, just as before, of course. Told everyone about what we did, how powerful we are, except that now we also tell them that there is nothing there for them to get. So I guess we'll see. You tell that the Geneforge has been destroyed. Surely they will be calmer if they know the power that they fear is gone. Well, they're unworthy to have it anyway. They barely listen to you. They only look at you with horror. But, in the end, there's still going to be war. It's my prediction. But of course there's not going to be, who knows how many powerful and unstable Geneforge users around. So no one to really be able to stop me or oppose my own power. So in the end, I will be victorious. We'll see. Then they try to put shackles on you. You get angrier still. You feel the power rising within you as the insects try to control you. Right. The power flows out. Small city is rubble within minutes. Use a library. Create an army. You know the truth. You know what will happen. You know they will never accept you, never accept your power. The fools, the small-minded ones, they will fear you. They will never let you have peace. But the world is young. There are many lands. You can rule the cities there, benefiting from your great wisdom. Those lands will flourish under your total control. With a wave of your hand, your army of fierce creations gathers. Then you set off down the road. The Shaper Council soon hears of your deeds. Their small minds call you mad. They soon figure out where you were, what happened to you, and what your intentions are. They're very afraid. However, when they send envoys to Susha Island, they find that their greatest fears have been realized. The canisters are all gone. The Geneforge lies in ruins. The old secrets are gone. The only remaining beneficiary is you. I guess I did destroy the secrets? After they slay the rest of the Sholai, they send... Wow, okay. Sorry, my allies. They send agents and guardians after you. They all fail, crushed by your might. The Shaper Council soon realizes that you are too strong for them. You form your nation out in the provinces, guarded by creations. Your creations, multitudes of them, sprung out of your power and will. Your commons live under you. under your absolute control, as it should be. Your kingdom lasts as long as you live, and you live for a very, very long time. Yay? Okay. Are these affected by that in any way? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. I mean, I guess that wasn't really so much a war as just the council sending individual fighters after me. Huh. Yeah, there was no mention of a full-on war. Anyway. Yeah, that's just the same, I guess. Okay, well, it was different enough to be worth checking out, I think. So, I guess what I'm gonna do is just make a cut to where we actually fight Trashkov, and then, yeah, we'll just see how that fight goes, and then I'm gonna do the actual ending where I don't use the Geneforge, but just destroy it. But I also will probably kill Gurch off camera, because we've, already seen that, and I do not want him to be alive when I end the game, just because. Okay, well, here we are. Now the thing is, killing him is really mostly a formality. Yes, he seems pretty formidable, but obviously he is very much a mortal. So, and I'm already, even without having used the Geneforge, I'm already pretty close to a god. So, if I do say so myself. Still, there is a way to have him send his creations away, so we don't need to worry about them. And I'm sure I could eventually win with them. I mean, they're really not much more than nuisances at this point. But I would like to do this without any nuisances, so... Right, I guess we'll have to do some talking then. I'll hear what you have to say. Story, blah blah blah. Tell me about the Geneforge. You needed me. I will hear your reasons. You have to hear your arguments. What do you mean? I think you speak sense, in a way. Right, I will have to say this one first. I have some gloves, I show them. However, the presence of your creations will interfere with the Geneforge. There. That succeeds, and he sends them away. Awesome. So we don't have to worry about those. But I also, just for fun, want to release the Drake and see what that does. There. You want to kill your master? Go ahead. I want to see how this plays out. Kill Trashkov. Yeah, go ahead. Don't fight me. Okay, they are fighting. Trashkov is not hostile for now. Is the Drake even going to do anything? I mean, I guess he's going to damage him a little bit. Huh. Maybe quite a bit, actually. Surprisingly so for only being another... I already forgot. 15, yes, okay. I'm surprised Trashkov is not turning hostile. But that's even better. Okay, well. He should be a little bit weakened though, so, that's nice. Wait. Can I no longer... it's still the same as before. Geneforge. I have a damage pair here. Recognize them as the gloves from his quarters. Right. Can show him the fake ones. Yeah, I guess at this point I no longer have the option to fight him because I already agreed to help him, and it's kind of unfortunate. Well, ultimately the Drake didn't do much. Oh, but I quick saved after. Okay, it's fine. Just fight him. It's fine. We might have some sort of dialogue. Yes. As he's getting, more damaged, or when he dies, I guess. Hasted. Stun resisted. Daze resisted. Not too surprising. Most importantly, we need to get him acidified. Like so. Wonderful. He's already more than half dead. I mean, there. I'm gonna heal you. Use that. Trashkov leans back and laughs. Don't you know that I'm not a shaper? I'm greater than a shaper. I have gone far beyond you, and I will go farther still. The veins under his skin start to glow fiery red. His movements become a blur. Okay. Okay, that's, yep. That's a lot of damage. For sure. How can I best... Wait. Oh. I guess that works. Stand here and shoot your stuff that way. Just in case he can be afflicted with something. Well, he wasn't. Oh well. Oh. Trashkov is starting to look like a nightmarish mess. I was kind of hoping that I would get a turn before anything else happened. We'll see. His glowing blood runs down his arms and legs. His hair stands on end and lightning crackles around it. The essence within him is starting to consume his body. Part of your mind quietly notes that proper Shaper training would have given him much better control. He howls, "Surrender! Submit to me! You have to submit! I came to save you all! The Shapers will lose control otherwise! Don't you see that? I will save you!" Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably. Also, he literally just killed me. Good job. This might be a bit tougher than I thought. Okay. Screw the Drake. And yeah, I just cannot actually tell him that I'm gonna fight him. I mean, I could if I actually... I absolutely can. Load the game before Trashkov. There. Easy as that. I still want to buff myself first, I guess. Because apparently this fight is not easy. Huh. Who would have thought? There. I only want to destroy you, Invader. There. Let's just skip all the pleasantries. Of course, I know enough of your laws to know that I've violated all of them. That has nothing to do with what I want to do to you. Whatever. I'm ready to pass judgment. You must die. Another failure. First Gutch, then you. Your kind is too stubborn. Truly you must be taught obedience. I will kill you. Then I will kill all other rivals. Then I will continue on my own. I'm sorry, Shaper. Come, meet your death. Well, likely, but we'll see. Actually, now that I've started with a buff, what can I do? I should have obviously given us all shields. Oh. Right. I also did not send them out. Of course I didn't. Okay, fine. It's definitely way smarter to get him to send his minions away before I fight him. Because they're just going to... Yeah, I mean, the fight itself is harder than I gave it credit for. I'll admit that. Obviously doable, especially if I just apply shields to all of us beforehand. That should make a huge difference. Because he was getting very close there that first time. But yeah, with all these interferences from the outside, that's much less likely to happen. So I think I'm going to do that in the end. And also, I completely forgot that there was yet another thing I wanted to check, and that is actually helping him helping him succeed, which I have not successfully done. And I actually forgot to write that in my list. So much for that. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go ahead, slay Gutch one more time. Grab the gloves, and then I'm gonna come and, well, first explore what happens when we help Trashkov succeed, and then reload one final time, finally kill him without his stupid minions to, to interrupt our fight, our fair duel of 5 versus 1, and then we're gonna see the actual ending, and that. It's probably gonna take, I don't know, some time. Okay, we're here, finally. That took longer than I expected. Just killing Gutch and dealing with all of his creations. Well, killing Gutch alone was tougher the second time around. I guess I got quite lucky on the first attempt. as it turns out, because he can be quite devastating. But I did manage. I have the real gloves in tow, so we can now, first of all, do the thing. Yes, I show him the real ones. Let's, finally check out this ending that I almost forgot about. Yes, at last. Here they are. Come with me. Right. I mean, this should continue to proceed very similarly to when we gave him the fake gloves. Could you please? Come on. Except, of course, that he's not going to get terribly transformed. Yes, we get a description of the Geneforge. A new king rises, achievement unlocked. Well, we'll see how exactly that kingdom will look. As you watch, Trashkov dons the gloves and kneels. Slowly, carefully, reverently, he touches his fingertips to the Geneforge. The greatest accomplishment of your people begins to work your magic on him. Trashkov howls in pain. Whatever the pool is doing to him, whatever energy is coursing through the gloves into his body, it is hideously painful. Still, he doesn't lose consciousness. Then it ends. Trashkov stands and turns to you. Though the changes are still taking place, he is already different. He stands tall and his eyes glow fiery red. His body radiates heat. Little flashes of light come out of his hair. He starts to turn to the central chamber. As he passes you, he says, "I am much better now. Come speak with me. This was just the first victory. Now the great work begins. You have helped make Trashkov incredibly powerful. Now you will have to see if he gives you the reward you were promised, unlike a certain other person." Okay. Well, we leveled up. Return to Dressia. Yeah, I guess. But I guess this time I might not need to make my way to the dock and use the tiny little boat. But instead, I don't know. Something else? You have ascended. Indeed you have. Let me just quickly level up again. Yeah, Essence Mastery. Why not? Sure. So, what happens now? I would like to use the Geneforge too. Yeah, as if he would let that allow that to happen. Trashkov stares at you with piercing eyes. They glow of fiery red and flicker about quickly, taking in everything. Under the surface of his skin, the muscles twitch. He is full of raw power, straining to lash out in any direction. He is confused about what to do with it. Yet he still seems to be in control of himself. For now. Although we have seen my own character lose control under the pressure of this power, so we'll see. He smiles. On his face you can see signs that Trashkov continues to hold onto his humanity. Barely. I made a mistake. Helping you? Now you must die? I mean, he's already powerful in his non-ascended form. Although this is tempting, of course. I had not foreseen this option even being there. I was expecting the game to just literally end, but it's tempting. But I don't know, maybe not now. I don't have to explore absolutely every possible permutation. Of course, this is one of the more interesting ones, but he's probably just going to absolutely annihilate me. So, yeah, I don't know. How as fun as that would be, I kind of want to get things moving on now. What happens now? I mean, obviously, this could make him mad. It's probably not even going to, because he's just going to say no, and that's that. Sure, why not? Trashkov shakes his head. I can feel it in my mind, the pressure, the corrupting influence of power. I can control it. If you had that level of power, it would be too much. Each of us would be jealous of the other. Be content. You will be rewarded. You will be wealthy and influential and heavily augmented, just not in this way. Sure, I guess. What happens now? Now the great work begins. There are docks northeast of Kaz. Go there. My people will let you pass. Take the boat there. Return to your people. Tell them I'm coming and what I want. Really? Just me alone? Don't have a great feeling about this. I don't know as much about your kind as I could, but I know one thing. Your people must see reason. Will they, though? Sure, I'll go, obviously. But, yeah, I'll make a quick cut there. Okay, so once again we land. We tell everyone where we're coming from. But, yeah. The reaction is immediate. They seize and shackle you. Then they put you on a boat and take you to the Shaper Council. You had thought your return and knowledge would be welcomed. You soon realize that you were naive. After a few weeks in the cell, the interrogation begins. I guess this is going to be very, very similar to the very first ending we explored, except that Trashkov is going to come and free us from the cell eventually when he comes to conquer Terrestia? Huh. You tell them of the Sholai, the Soval colonies, the Geneforge. At last you tell them of Trashkov, who he is, where he is from, and what he has achieved. You are surprised by their reaction. They laugh. They can't believe that a mere outsider could achieve such mastery of their secrets. Soon after you fled, he masters the Geneforge. Then Trashkov and his forces sail to Terrestia. He and his augmented assistants land on the mainland. They aren't detected. They create a horde of massive creations and start seizing cities. They lay mines, make spawners to guard their flanks, and continue their advance through your lands. You're released from your cell immediately for questioning. On the way back to the cell, a band of shades created by Trashkov slays the handlers. You're taken to Trashkov's army. Okay. The war is an ugly one. Trashkov guesses correctly that many commons and creations secretly loathe their creators. A complacent shaper is murdered in bed by a vengeful serval. Altogether, you, Trashkov's Sholai, the creations, and the rogues defeat the shapers. They are scattered to the winds. Their lands are yours. Trashkov and his Sholai take control. Trashkov is true to his word to the Servals. Surprisingly enough, he took a liking to the loyal and intelligent creatures. They are given full freedom and rights, elevated to the status of the commons. Of course, Trashkov's mind underwent a bit of a warping after he used the Geneforge. He can take over Shaper lands, but he can never properly rule or rebuild them. The glories of Shaper learning and power fall, and nothing replaces them. Oh. I was gonna say, this sounds surprisingly decent, but maybe not. Still, Trashkov is true to his word to you. He promised you power and wealth, and you have it. In return for your help and loyalty, he makes you his second in command. He is king, true, but you are his most trusted lieutenant. You achieve great power and wealth, more than you could have obtained otherwise. At times you go to your window and look out on the ruins. Your risk worked out marvelously for you. You saw what you wanted, and you got it. It is all yours. Well, drama. Wait, finally. Oh, the awakened returned to the mainland and formed their own small colony in the wilderness. It was a hard life, but they were left alone. They got by all right, subsiding on trading and farming. Apologies if that previous paragraph. Oh God. It was slightly different. When Elrod finally died, he died happy. His people had a hard life, but they were free. They had hope for the future, and yet, though he never ceased to wonder at how ironic it was, he never stopped mourning the loss of the Shapers. When Trashkov conquered the Shapers, he placed his Taker allies in positions of power and influence. Oh yeah, that probably was different. Oh god damn it. Oh well, and once the Takers had the authority, they quickly remembered their hatred of the Obeyers, who had caused them so much pain and difficulty. They generated a massive force and returned to Susha Island. They crushed the minor resistance put forward by Rydell's people. Pentel was razed to the ground. Rydell was killed defending Pentel from an attack by a horde of drakes. Soon the only Obeyers left were a few isolated clans, hiding in the woods and hills. There they lived on, cold, obscure, and forgotten. Trashkov was a man of his word. After he conquered the lands of the Shapers, he rewarded the Takers for their assistance. Trashkov had power, but not numbers. He needed help with the rule of his new empire. Servals and commons made adequate administrators. It was a natural match. Ignoros people became powerful. They were trained, instructed, and sent out into the world. Nothing pleased them more than to be placed in a position of power over Shapers. It would be nice to say that they learned to be forgiving and tolerant. They did not. The following years were ugly and miserable. Ugh. Yeah, that makes things end on a very sour note. That and, the fact that Trashkov's new empire, however triumphant at first, was destined to crumble pretty soon. So, yeah, I don't know. Alright, the goo. Story did not end. And the bell was once more not unrung. Okay, well, that's an ending. Maybe not a completely terrible one, but not the one I choose. So here I go, reloading one final time as advertised. And I am going to once again talk to him because I have to in order to talk him into sending out his creations, unfortunately. So we will not be able to declare war on him officially, but we'll just sneakily attack him, but, good enough for me. Stands upright. Wait. right. I had already saved it. In a state where I could just say that. Right, I managed to confuse myself. Okay, well, that means we can attack him now. Save again, I guess. If I buff now, yeah, I buff him as well. Don't want that. It's gonna be tough enough as it is. So we'll just do that here. Far enough away from him. And... Huh? Oh, what? Am I... I am. Indeed, I am. There we go. Now we enter combat. These are still actually active for a long time. Great. So... Start with a fireball, I guess? Probably should have... Well, I mean, there's no chance to... Really, no realistic chance to stun him. But still the... whatchamacallit might have dealt more damage. Oh well, it's fine. Also, actually, I never even mentioned anything, but I did replace the cockatrice with the real Nira in the end. You know, just because she's been with us in this form for so long. And honestly, the cockatrice, while kind of neat, isn't really all that great. It's not like she's going to be able to perform much better in this version. But, yeah, anyway, also, I guess I never really looked at his armor and resistances before. But, yeah, magic should still be the way to go. Critical for 174, not bad. Yep, he becomes supercharged. Thankfully we were shielded, so he did not completely obliterate us. And we might be able to maybe just finish him off now with one final push. That would be amazing if we all get nice and hasted. Well, Nira did not. He's gonna take a bunch of acid damage though, and... Oh, okay. Wait, Trashka is starting to look like a nightmarish mess. We saw this before, right? His hair stands on end, lightning crackles around it, the essence within him is starting to consume his body. Part of your mind quietly knows that proper shepherd training would have given him much better control. I don't remember reading this before. He howls, "Surrender! Submit to me! You have to submit! I came to save you all." No, maybe I guess we did see this before. He did fool himself a little bit, holy moly. Yikes. He should take extra damage as soon as he gets his next turn. But maybe I can just finish him off like this. That would be okay. Whew, just barely. That was quite the explosion that happened there. Jesus. Trashka falls to his knees. He raises his hands toward you. No, why? I could have given you. Wait, it's basically the same as when he died, consumed by the Geneforge. Oh well. Then he dies. The invader, the thief of your secrets, the man who killed your craft and stranded you here is destroyed. He collapses to the ground, slain. The protective amulet you're wearing snaps in two, for what it's worth. The failed would-be shaper is dead at last. His body dissolves into a frothy pink goo. Oh, I guess because he was already possessed by so much, or infused with so much of the power. Huh. So, not really a much less gruesome ending, or in fact, not less gruesome at all. Except this time I got the kind of satisfaction of ending his life with my own hands, I suppose. Oh god. And now we're being attacked too. That didn't happen last time. Hardplate clawbug? Okay. Well, wasn't exactly expecting this, but so I'll have to deal with it now. Thankfully these aren't really not that bad. Oh god. Do we have a different type of creature coming from every direction now? Why is this happening now? I guess, Yeah, I mean, you'd think that the same kind of failsafe last defense mechanism would have triggered by, no matter how Trashkov ended up dying, but I guess not. Well then. How tough are you? What are you? Radiant roamers. Okay. Don't think we've seen this particular kind before. Still nothing coming from the east or south, so maybe we're good in that regard, but I guess we'll see. Okay. I'm gonna heal just in case. Buffs are still holding, if only barely. Okay, they have ranged attacks, of course. Not too bad. You can do your thing again. You can reach all of them. Oh, wow. There, wait. Hold on a second. Right, this one's also still alive. And not dying from anything. Right, they have incredible magic resistance, actually. That's kind of... Okay, this one does not. I mean, also, but less amazing. Okay, hold on. I do have to refresh myself like that. Can I... Okay, I can take the necessary step. Stun resistant, of course. Yeah, we'll kill that thing, I guess, or not. There we go. Jesus. How do I even kill these? I mean, physical damage, I guess? But I don't really have many options in that regard. Yeah, this is still gonna be a bit of a pain, no matter what. Well, you have a physical attack, that's true. I guess I could use Wreck as well. Okay, stun resistance 60%. Not 100, so yeah. Still enough as it turns out. Please haste. Okay, good. We kinda need a new buff here, or else. Okay, I mean, I think we're gonna kill them slowly but surely. Way more slowly than I would prefer. Honestly, this is kind of an anticlimactic ending, having to slowly fight my way through these things after the glorious victory against Trashkov himself. But oh well. It is a challenge, I guess. Heal you. Okay, I mean, it's not taking that long. It's fine, I guess. And it's dead. Alright, awesome. Heal, I suppose, and save the game, because why not? I will have to make my way back out of here as well. Hopefully we're not gonna meet too much opposition. Okay, I guess, well, what happens when I smash? I just saved, so let's see here. Heavily charged and highly unstable. You could shatter it. Sure. It's about to explode, probably with considerable force. Run out. Okay, the game was not lying, as it turns out. Now we can smash the thing again, for real this time. Okay, just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Gutch is dead, Trashkov is dead, Geneforge destroyed, hopefully never to be rebuilt again. And now I am going to use the boat one final time, accept the inevitable outcome that my character is being stupid, and, you know, literally the first thing he does after landing back in his home country is telling everyone about what he did here. All the forbidden, extremely highly forbidden things that he did here. Because, yeah, I don't know. You tell them, because, yeah, reasons. They insist that you come with them, where you can answer for your actions. The Shapers in the nearest city know that the island was barred and that you were there. Their reaction is immediate. They seize you and shackle you. I was naive. After a few weeks in the cell, the interrogation begins. I mean, am I gonna die in the cell, though? I guess I can't claim that I didn't do anything bad. Maybe if I had actually not used any of the canisters. I suppose there are definitely still more ways to end the game that I just could not have explored here because of actions that I have taken in the past. I mean, there's definitely the completely canisterless route. There is the non-lethal route, which might result in a different ending. Although, I mean, would the Shapers care who I killed or didn't kill on the island? Probably not. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Right, the Geneforge. Oh. Okay, this is different. You tell them of Trashkov, the outsider who was rapidly mastering the Shaper's secrets, and how with great difficulty and risk you slew him. You also tell them about the Geneforge and how you destroyed it to keep its power forever out of dangerous hands. You wait in the cell for a few more weeks, while they send a contingent of agents to investigate Susha Island. Eventually, they find that things were much as you said. The Shapers are impressed by your bravery and integrity. Oh-ho. You're released from imprisonment after you swear an oath to always keep secret what you found there. That is honestly extremely surprising. The Sholai and Servals who were tampering with Shaper secrets are all slain. Whoops. But not all the Servals, right? Without Trashkov's help, your people destroy the thieves with arrogant ease. The rest of the Sholai are brought to the council. Long delayed the diplomacy between the Sholai... Yeah, right, because, obviously... not obviously, but hopefully the Shaper Council still sees reason and, accepts the fact that the Sholai did not land there voluntarily and knowingly, and could not possibly have known about the island being barred, or what that even meant, being outsiders completely foreign to these lands. So, and those Sholai who did remain and who did not follow Trashkov were the ones who wanted diplomacy, right? So, I guess that's what's happening now. I was impressed by how well the surviving Sholai resisted the temptation of their secrets. Your people and theirs begin a long and profitable relationship. Huh. Maybe I did choose the really good ending after all? I'm waiting for the dark twist here, but we'll see. You become powerful and influential and wealthy, and even one day you are the first Shaper to visit the lands of the Sholai. That's amazing. This is way better than I could possibly have imagined. But the highest levels of Shaper society are always close to you. Yeah, who cares? Screw them. Wherever you go, there are worried looks and whispers. Well, I mean, I am somewhat corrupted. I have been corrupted by those canisters, right? To an extent. You have a good life, a productive life, but you always wonder what might have been. I mean, I basically know what might have been, and I'm happy with this choice. I wasn't really expecting it to be that much more optimistic, but so far it has been. Back on Susha Island, the various servile villages struggled to continue as best they could. I guess they were not completely obliterated by the Shapers. That's nice. In Valkyrie, Elra saw that without the help of the Geneforge, his hopes for forging the independence of his people were dwindling. Though he was in his way a rebel, he was also a realist. The Shapers swarmed Susha Island, horrified by the threat they had narrowly averted. They searched the island looking for other dangerous secrets or hidden caches of old technology. When the Shapers arrived, Elra, not wanting to force a confrontation, led his people into hiding. For months they hid in the woods and wastes, avoiding the Shapers as best they could. Then when the Shapers left and barred the island once again, they returned to Valkyrie. They continued to live and struggle, isolated and dreaming of independence. They remained hungry, poor, constantly in danger, and free. Not nearly as much danger as before, though. And they were free, so I guess it's not quite as nice as making it to the mainland, which they could still eventually do, right? There's nothing stopping them. Well, I mean, okay, in the other endings, they were able to basically sneak past the gaze of the Shapers into the hinterlands, and found their settlements there. But they could still eventually do that. Build slightly more sturdy ships and not land in any tightly settled areas. Oh well, so there's still hope for them. They survive, at least. That's good. When the Shapers searched Susha Island, they found the Obeyers. At first, they were worried by these strange, rather independent creations. Then, they met Rydell. In time, the Shapers found how loyal the Obeyers had been, and under very difficult circumstances, it was a new experience for them. They were used to loyalty, but had never seen creations who were loyal because they chose to be. The Obeyers were brought before the Shaper Council for careful examination. Then they were given new roles. Servals trained by Rydell and his people were placed in charge of other, dumber Servals. Okay. Their patient and loyal guidance provided a useful and humane buffer between the Shapers and their creations. The Obeyers were loyal enough to be trusted, but kind and intelligent enough to treat creations of all sorts with empathy. Wow, this is also good. Huh, what's happening here? Is there an actually almost universally good ending? I mean, I feel bad for the Awakened, but they still live, I guess, at least. When Rydell finally reached his deathbed, he looked back upon his life with great satisfaction. He always felt relieved to be the one who saw his people be rewarded for their great labors. When the Shapers went to Susha Island to investigate, they found the Takers. They were completely surprised by the level of rebellion and hatred in the serviles of Kask. They were not so surprised, however, that they could not act. Gnorl tried to lead the fight against the Shapers, the battle her people had long prepared for. They found that they were completely overmatched. A combination of battle betas and disciplined ones soon settled the issue. Kask was razed, the Takers were destroyed, Gnorl was captured, carefully inspected for biological sources of her rogue status, and slain. The Shapers were highly worried by the intensity of the Takers' rogue behavior. They suppressed any information about the Takers and what they believed. Within a handful of years, they were forgotten. And honestly, good riddance. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, sure, the Takers, but, I mean, they had it coming. They chose their destiny, and, well, I don't know. Right, came back to haunt them, but not really all that much. Amidst all the chaos. Not a ton of chaos on this ending, but sure. Eventually, the tumult caused by the rediscovery of the Geneforge died down. The story did not end. And there we go. Wow, I think it's pretty safe to say that was actually the best ending. I mean, unless there are more different endings that I can't think of right now, and that's very possible. Obviously, yeah, I don't know. There were things that I could have done that I didn't do, so maybe there could be more variables in play and more different endings to unlock. But it seems like this is possibly the very best ending, and I honestly did not expect that to happen at all, as I said multiple times now. So I'm really happy that I chose this one to be the canon ending, and I swear that I'm gonna end this incredibly obscenely long episode and series very, very shortly now. So yeah, I think all that remains to say now is that I thank you very much for watching this video and the entire series, probably, if you're still here at this point. Yeah, I mean, I've said everything about the game itself that I could possibly say, so no closing words here. It's not like I have prepared anything or, anything of that sort. So, yeah, I enjoyed the game a lot, I guess. I should probably say that at one point. It was, in many ways, quite different from, the other Spiderweb games that I've played. In other ways, of course, it was very much the Spiderweb experience, and that's always a good one. So, yeah, great game. Glad I finally got around to experiencing this series as well. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I don't know. The other games in the series might be remade eventually, but of course, there are no, as far as I'm aware, there are no immediate plans to do so, and even then, it's going to take a while for the next game to come out. So, I think, or rather, I'm pretty sure that I will continue and probably finish the Avernum series as far as Let's Plays go, before playing the next Geneforge game. And if by that time no Geneforge 2 remake is out, I guess I will begrudgingly play the original version. Although I would prefer to play a modernized version, just if for no other reason than continuity with this one. But it's fine. I definitely want to see more of the series eventually. But yeah, for the time being, I'm very glad that I played this one, and I'm looking forward to more. I might not play Avernum 5 immediately afterwards, just so I don't burn myself out on this style of gameplay. Well, we'll see. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to play next. But yeah, I'm just rambling at this point, and this has been going on long enough. So again, thank you so very much for sticking with me through all of this. I hope you enjoyed all of this as much as I did. And yeah, if you did, hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.